All right, get ready. A bit of a sneaky tropical storm getting ready to head up toward the Carolinas. And we've talked about this possibility for a couple of days. Here's the setup. Remember, high pressure had been over us, giving us great weather throughout most of the week. Well, right now that has retreated, moving up to the north, and that leaves a void. So when the high pressure goes away, you can develop low pressure. That's what's happening right now. Eventually, especially over tonight and into tomorrow, your Friday, that's when we'll see Ophelia form. This will be called Tropical Storm Ophelia, and it heads up into the eastern Carolinas. So the biggest impact are going to be in places like Morehead City, over to Hatteras, up toward Virginia Beach. That'll be the path of the storm. We are more on the edge. So tomorrow, we're kind of just seeing clouds increasing quite a bit. Showers could get here as early as dinner time, and then we'll deal with some of that lingering rainfall through Saturday. Let's talk a little bit more about the storm. As of 5 o'clock on your Thursday, it still hasn't formed yet, but we're starting to see low pressure develop right about here. We'll have an update for you, of course, as we go into tonight and then early on your Friday on if and when Ophelia does form. This is the expected forecast track. You can see the storm center likely to pass either to the left right here or to the right or somewhere in between. That's the expected center of the storm. Now, that'll have wide-reaching impacts though. Tropical storm warnings are posted from Charleston all the way up to southern Virginia. We, like I said, still are on the edge. So while the eastern Carolinas get the brunt of it, we're kind of on the outside looking in. For tomorrow's weather, you'll expect clouds to kind of thicken up throughout the day. It'll be a mostly cloudy kind of a sky, temperatures to around 70 or so. Here's the earliest you could see that rainfall. Let's say around 5 o'clock would be the earliest showers could get in here on Friday. That is early enough to possibly impact some of the high school football games. It'll be breezy and it could be a little wet. Those showers getting a bit farther off to the west by Saturday. And notice the heaviest rain mostly staying in eastern North Carolina. Our winds, they'll be pretty manageable early on tomorrow, but as we go into the afternoon, kind of gusty and breezy. Wind gusts of 20 to 25 miles per hour will be possible. They'll get higher than that, could be by a big deal into Saturday morning, as high as 35 to 40 miles per hour by that point. Rain totals across the state around half an inch or less in the Triad, lower amounts to the west, higher amounts to the east, 1 to 2 inches for Raleigh, but as much as 2 to 5 inches in eastern North Carolina. They could have some flooding. They'll have big winds too for us. They should be a bit less. Our area mostly in the 25 to 35 gust range, not usually enough to create power problems. Eastern North Carolina could have a tornado or two as well. We will not. The storm surge out there, 2 to 4 feet, mostly impacting the Outer Banks, a little bit less than that in the Wilmington area. But this is enough to create a significant overwash on Highway 12, those types of problems. So not the weekend to be going to the Outer Banks, at least not until Sunday, in my opinion. Looking at your weekend forecast for us, as I said, Friday, the clouds are thickening up. The rain could arrive by the evening, but not before then. Saturday, we're looking at rain to start the day. Windy too. The winds could gust as high as 35 miles per hour. But then as the day wears on, the rain should be tapering off and we'll get a bit better by Saturday evening. Sunday is in very good shape for a nice finish to the weekend. Looking at your 7-day forecast, as I said, Sunday is a pleasant one. We'll have dry weather and highs in the mid-70s. Monday's okay too. We could see a return to some rainfall by Tuesday into Wednesday.